Be up, guys. Be up, guys. Apologies for the slight delay here of starting this stream. Obviously, it was going to be a lot earlier than this, but unfortunately, it's a lot later. But never mind. I'm here now, and obviously, we're going to get into all these incidents that happened in the Premier League over the weekend. Obviously, it's The Buzz debate show, of course, as you all know, and yeah, we're going to get into it in a little while. Just going to go through a few comments, and I may have a guest on, guest or two. But anyway, just going to go through a few comments. Yeah, it's Lockman, Eunice, SNG, otherwise known as Eugene. It'll be up to you, my friend. Spurs fan, of course. He's been on here before, my channel. I've been on one of his shows briefly, one of his streams. Hi everyone, big up. Hashtag Levy out. Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree there, bro. Yes, buddy. Yeah, I feel your pain. I know you long-suffering Spurs fan, but great win on Saturday. Brilliant win for you lot. Thrashing Ipswich 4-1. Brilliant, fantastic victory. Ipswich are struggling, and I think they're going to go down, unfortunately. But great win for Spurs. Yeah, Eugene again. Sorry, unable to join you live at work. No worries, bro. No worries, brother. That's cool. And be up to you, Luca. How you doing, bro? Be up to you. Thanks for coming in here, bro. Yeah. Hi. Yeah, you okay? Yeah. Cool, mate. Cool. Yep. Yeah, doing well. And Warren, of course, Warren's team talk. Be up to you, bud. Thanks for coming in here, bro. Hi, Mr. B. Yeah. Hi to you, my friend. Great to see you in the live chat. And, of course, Luca again. I feel pain for West Ham lost. Yeah, well, that was pretty poor, wasn't it? You're losing against West Ham. We beat them 1-0, by the way. We beat them. And Arsenal couldn't. Oh, dear. But there we go. West Ham, fantastic performance for them. Yeah, exactly. I think everyone thought Arsenal would win easily there. But no, proved not to be. So, and that's why you're not going to catch Liverpool. And they got extended the lead. And it's theirs to lose, I'm afraid. Liverpool, and I can't see it happening. So, definitely not going to happen. Luca Talksball again, Arsenal worst season. Yeah. Definitely, bro. Definitely. Yeah, hopefully I'll be getting a guest on, but I will just put the link in here, and if anyone does want to come in there, they can. So I'll just put the link in there now. If anyone does want to join the stream, you're welcome to. And there it is. So I'm implementing a timer now, though. For these, I've actually got a timer. If it'll work, hopefully it will. I'm trying it out. It's a bit of a trial, but so I'll make sure everyone gets a fair, crack of the whip of speaking and having their say. So I'm going to do a timer now to make sure people do have their say and it's fair. So hopefully it'll work. If I get anyone coming on, that is. Anyone wants to come in and try that out, that'd be brilliant. But we'll see. I mean, I'll put the link out there to other people, and I'll put the link in here now, live chat. So if anyone does want to come on, you're welcome to. But yeah, another interesting weekend for the football, of course, with the Premier, with VAR especially, and that's something I'll be definitely going into on this one, with the VAR, especially in the Man United and Everton game, 2-2. Incredible game, that one. But VAR sort of took over there, and strange decision at the end of the day from the referee. I think when he originally gave the penalty, And then went to VAR. I wonder if VAR should have actually intervened there and made him go and look at that. Because I actually think he was proved to be right originally there. It was a penalty. Okay, you could say about the theatrics of the dive from Young. It was over the top. But he was pulled. His shirt was pulled. What's his name? DeLicht pulled his shirt. And I think even Maguire got something of him as well, of his shirt or something. So, for me, it was a penalty. But, of course, we will go into that. And I've got a guest waiting here, Manny. And I'll bring him on and we'll go through all this. And obviously, I'll talk to him about the timer situation, of course. Well, that's if it'll work, but we'll try it out and see. Very soon. Be up to you, Manny. How you doing, sir?
All good, thank you, good sir, and thank you for the invitation. And sorry for being a little bit late. Had to have a sort of a late dinner, as it were, and get everything sorted. But I'm here now, and a lot to talk about from lots of things.
Oh yeah. By the way, mate, I'm trialing this timer out. I don't know if you heard about that. I was going to put this timer on here just to see if it works out and see if you can keep it. Because I'm trying to keep this sort of shorter, the replies, so it's fair to everyone. I mean, there's only you on at the moment, but I thought we could trial it, and see what happens. And it'd be like I think it's 4 minutes 59. So it gives plenty of time, doesn't it, for somebody to, have their reply, have their opinions and whatever, and things like that. So, are you okay with that, mate? You cool with that?
Whatever works for you. And I do agree that any measure taken to try to shorten things forward.
Yeah, well, I'll see if I've got it on here, and I'll see if it definitely works. But I've got no.
Well, I'm going to have to sort of drop out for a bit, but I'll be back. Once again, it's the audio that's messing things up for me here.
Yeah, no worries, mate. It's cool, no worries. But I'll bring my other guest on while Manny goes out for a little while. I'll bring the other guest on, and that's Warren. Be up to you, buddy. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Steve. How are you?
Yeah, cool, mate. Cool. Yeah, I know you're not obviously happy with your result.
No, not
yet again.
Huh?
You're not happy with Arsenal yet again. I don't blame you. Mainly Arteta, but yeah.
I'm assuming that you saw the video I did earlier.
I did, mate. Yeah, I definitely did. Yeah, having a big rant, wouldn't you? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I really don't blame you, bro.
It's just absolute nonsense. These people ain't got a clue what they're doing.
No.
The club's in a mess. Like I said to you before, I've been supporting the club since 1972. And in all that time, I've seen Arsenal really struggling, right?
Yeah.
In the First Division and the Premier League. And the couple of times they nearly got relegated. But I've never, ever seen it in such a mess as it is now.
I know.
You know?
Fucking terrible, isn't it? It really is.
Shocking, mate. And a lot of it is down to these fans not putting pressure on the hierarchy of the club. And that AFTV have got a lot to answer for, mate.
Yeah,
they really have, and
they're a bunch of tossers, mate. So I was concerned.
Well, if I had my way, you saw that thing in China at the weekend with those robots attacking those AI robots attacking that crowd, mate. If it's down to me, I'd be contacting the firm that made those robots and giving them a contract to make an army, so I could send them up to the Emirates every time Arsenal were playing, so they could go and kick the shit out of AFTV. Because, mate, if it was down to me, that crowd would be banned.
Yeah. Well, for sure. I mean, And Robbie Lyle's got a lot to answer for. He's a bloody prick, mate, as far as I'm concerned. And getting that guy a tie on there, we know he's got a disability and he takes the piss out of him. I think that's wrong, mate. I really do. I think that's really bad what they do about him with him there. It's terrible. Disgusting.
So that again, what happened, Steve?
You know, with that guy Ty, isn't it? When he brings Ty on, Robbie Lyle. A Blobby Lyle, as I call him, you know. He brings Ty on. And the guy, you know, he's got a slight disability, we know. And I think it's wrong that, you know, what they're doing to him, taking advantage of him and all that, you know. I think it's terrible.
Disgusting. It just shows you what bunch of low-life scum they are.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's why I think they should be banned.
Exactly.
And I put a 10-mile exclusion zone around the stadium and not letting them inside that zone. Because they're a cancer, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, buddy, what we're going to do here, right? I don't know, obviously you're in the live chat and that. Well, I have got this timer sorted out, mate, by the way.
I can't see it, mate. Where is it?
I'll try, if I can add it, hopefully it won't start. I'll just see if I can add this and then we'll see, yeah?
Yeah.
Has it started? Yeah, it started already, see?
Yeah.
Problem. So what I'll have to do, I have to remove it for the top. You can see it though, can't you there? Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'll do, I'll remove it for the time being and then do it when we actually start it properly, obviously. I don't know if I can reset it now. I'll try in a little while. But anyway, but that's actually come on. See, I managed to get this sorted at last. So, but yeah, I'm going to bring Manny back. Oh, he's gone again. Anyway, what I'll do, I'll let you do this. We'll trial this out. It's going to be a trial and see what happens and suck it and see. And I'm going to go through this article first, mate, and then I'll let you have your opinions on it all because we're going to go through the penalty thing with Man United and Everton with VAR first. You know, because that's sort of taken over the weekend with all that again, isn't it? With VAR. So, you know, I'm going to read this story out, or the article out, I should say. And it is a bit of a fucking never-ending story, to be honest. But I'll put it on, and there we go. And obviously, VAR should not get involved in penalty decision. There's Moyes, of course. David Moyes, and I agree. But I'll go through this, and then you can have your opinions, mate, and we'll do the timer and see how it goes, yeah?
Yeah, no problem, mate. You go ahead.
Cool. Everton manager David Moyes said the video assistant referee should not have intervened after a late penalty decision in his team's favour against Man United was overturned. The sides contested a thrilling 2-2 draw on Saturday, but the Toffees thought they had a golden chance to win it in injury time when referee Andy Madley awarded a penalty after Ashley Young went down in the box. There appeared to be a shirt pull by United defender Matthias de Ligt. Well, it was, definitely. With Harry Maguire also in close proximity. Yep. But after being told to review the incident on the pitchside monitor, Madley decided to change his original decision. Moyes said if it's absolutely clear and obvious, he should go to the screen, but I didn't see that. He pulled his jersey. I thought the referee made the correct decision at the time and he should have stuck with it. I think for everybody who watches football, we are looking forward to a referee saying, no, I am sticking to what I have done. They are being told they are absolutely wrong. Exactly. We have seen very few say it is a penalty kick. If it was absolutely clear and obvious and it is wrong, then that is what we have got VAR for. What happened? Analysis. The scoreline was level, and with 5 minutes added on, both sides were aiming to secure victory late on in an enthralling contest. In the 94th minute, Idrissa Gueye's thumping drive was pushed back into the danger area by Andre Onana, and a combination of Maguire and De Ligt appeared to bring down Young. Replay showed there was clearly a touch on the veteran fullback, But was there enough contact to send him tumbling to the turf? The Premier League match centre said VAR checked the referee's call of penalty to Everton for a change by Maguire on Young and deemed that no foul had been committed and recommended an on-field review. The referee overturned the original decision and play restarted with a drop ball. Asked about the Premier League's explanation, Moyes said, "So did they look at the shirt ball? So they only mentioned the bit that they needed to, and not the shirt pull. It looked to me as though the shirt pull was enough. I'm not an expert on VAR. I can only tell you what I've seen. You shouldn't be getting away with putting jerseys. On the touchline, I thought he had gone over somebody's leg." Man United manager Ruben Amorim added, "I think it was a soft touch and what I saw. I think it was a soft penalty. It was clear." Everton fans were left irate by the decision and loudly jeered madly when he went down the tunnel at full time. Enough of a tug or soft. Pundits are split. Everton had gone 2 up in the first half courtesy of goals from Beto and Abdoulaye Doucouré. But United hit back in the second period through Bruno Fernandes' delightful free kick and Manuel Ugarte's first goal for the Red Devils. There was edge-of-the-seat drama late on when it appeared like Everton had the chance to win it from the spot. But that opportunity was snatched away and a real split emerged between the broadcast pundits and whether a penalty should have been confirmed. Former Everton winger Theo Walcott said on BBC Radio Live, "Yeah, old Walcott there, ex-Arsenal, Warren, I totally agree with the referee. I don't think that was a penalty. Naturally, when you're changed, you don't fall that way." Former Man United defender Phil Jones added on BBC Radio 5 Live, "It is a very, very soft, but Maguire does get a tug of the shirt on Young. He has made a mess of it." Former Man United defender Rio Ferdinand said on TNT, "I was fearing the worst when VAR got involved. I was surprised it wasn't given. The contact is there. When you put your hands on someone, you give the referee a decision. You know something. I can't see why he's not given it, but I would have given it. I think there's enough of a tug on him, Ashley Young." And anyway, mate, so we'll go. We'll hear what your opinion is of it and all that, and obviously I'll do the timer, and give your summary of it all and your opinion, and if you agree with anyone there or whatever, mate. Yeah. Oh, you're off. I didn't know you'd gone off there, mate.
No, it booted me out for some reason. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. It wasn't me, by the way. I didn't do it.
I'm sure you didn't.
But Shaggy once said it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Shaggy said. But yeah. But
exactly.
Anyway,
So
anyway.
my take on all this VAR stuff is quite simple, right? I don't think that VAR should be refereeing the matches, right? So to me, I think that's what's happening at the moment. I think what they should be doing is a referee's not sure, he should be saying into his earpiece to VAR people, "I'm not sure about this. Can you have a look?" Right?
Yeah.
And then they should come back to him and send him over to the monitor and then said to him, "Right, this is what we think. This is what it is." And then let him make the final decision. But at the moment, it seems to me that it's the other way round. They're telling him, "Oh, we think you've made a mistake and this is that." Right?
Yeah.
And, I don't understand what the referee's there for if he's like, they're going to do this. So I just think, my personal opinion, I think they just need to change the rules a little bit to make it easier. Like I was saying the other day, like make it that there has to be clear daylight between the forward and the last defender for it to be offside. And for like this business about handballs and whatnot, right? It has to be that the defender who's handled the ball was definitely seeking to gain an advantage, like it used to be. It's just like, it's so obvious. I don't understand why it is that you can have the ball kicked at you from about less than half a yard. You've got no chance to get your hand out of the way, and all of a sudden you're supposedly have handled the ball. It just makes no sense to me, mate. If it was down to me, I would scrap it, because it until such a time as there's all this ambiguity about the rules, and the rules are as they are at the minute, it needs to be scrapped, because it's like people are being called offside for being offside because by a toenail. It's just crazy. Do you know what I mean? And like use it for goal line technology. Yeah, fine, and things like that, but not for like the way it is at the minute. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, well, carry on, mate. Yeah, you got time there to go.
No, sorry. I've said what I want to say. I mean, oh yeah, the only other thing I would say is it to help them sort like stamp on this grappling of people at free kicks and corners and all the wrestling that goes on.
I agree.
Because the rules of the game say you're not allowed to wrestle people like that. Yet when it's a corner or a free kick, they're allowed to get away with it. I don't understand why that's happening. You know, and the ball being like them allowing to put that ball at corners outside of that sort of quarter circle thing. I don't understand why that's being allowed to happen. They just need to enforce the laws and use the rules to their advantage. That's what they're there for. Like all this like over reliance on technology and whatnot is only going to end up with a bad situation. I mean, we saw in China at the weekend them robots attacking the crowd. Fucking fair play to them. In my opinion, we need more of that.
Like drones, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I've really got to say about it, mate.
Yeah, well, if there is anything more to add, Warren, you can, mate. There is still a little bit of time here to go.
No, I'm fine. Honestly, you can stop it if you want, because I've had to say.
Okay, buddy, no worries. I'll see if I've got to try and see if I can reset this as well, but I'll just remove that for the time being. And but it's good. At least I've got that going anyway. Got that.
You know, it's good.
So,
I think it's good. It keeps people's. It will help keep people focused and, you know, not fucking just going on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this is UK Darren fan. Be up to you, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Young dived, he's saying. I mean, it was a dive. You could see it was a theatrical dive, how he went over like that. It was terrible, wasn't it? It was over the top. But his shirt was being pulled. You could see DeLitt pulling his shirt. So therefore, he was stopped to get into the ball, wasn't he? Really? And yeah, what forget the theatrical dive. Whatever, it's a penalty. He stopped him getting to it. So, do you think without that theatrical dive, he might have actually got the penalty?
I have to be honest, Mr. B. I haven't seen the incident.
Oh, right.
I'm just coming at it from the perspective of what I think about VAR and the way the rules are at the minute, because I think it's an absolute shambles.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise me if it was a complete shit show, that thing with the penalty. Just because I know how crap the referees are. And the people in the VAR room, they're as bad. They ain't got a clue. Like, for me, if you're trying to work out whether a situation is one thing or another, that technology is really good. It's not the technology that's the problem. It's the people using it and the rules. Yeah. That is the issue.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, It's just I don't know really. It's just all a big cock up. I think with that VAR again. I don't know. I think you should just scrap it. I just think it's not making it any better. It's and the fact that it's almost told him to reverse his decision when his first decision was right. I think was right, original one.
Mm.
I mean, what the referees are actually thinking of that? Trying to say, "Oh, look, you're not very good at your job."
Well, the thing is, like Steve, if you think about it, right? They're undermining the referees in front of a whole crowd of people, maybe up to 60, 75,000 people in this country, right? Then a global audience of millions on the TV as well. So are people going to respect these officials if they're constantly being undermined like that? I'll tell you something, mate. I know one manager from the past who definitely wouldn't have been happy with it.
Yeah, Cluffy.
Can you guess who that is?
Cluffy.
Yeah, no, because he was really hot on the referees being respected.
Yeah, he was, but I just think this was. I don't know. It's just not going to get any better unless they change it. I mean, they're on about obviously you're going to get the semi-automatic offsides coming in and things like that.
Yeah,
but is that?
Steve,
I don't know.
can I just ask a question? Right?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
How can something be semi-automated? It's either automated or it ain't. What the fuck does that mean? Seriously, what does it actually mean? How can something be semi-automated? It either is automated or it isn't.
Well, I think what they're trying to say is they're going to leave it half to technology and the rest to the officials. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know.
I don't know. I just think, like, they need to make the rules easier to interpret, right? And then there wouldn't really be a lot of need for all this technology in the first place. Do you know what I mean? Like, if there's like a goal scored and it's not sure whether or not the person's offside, if they brought in this thing that I keep mentioning and Vinnie Jones has mentioned, that Arsene Wenger mentioned, about there being clear daylight between the attacker and the last defender before they can be deemed as being offside, then it's clear as day. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to have like them having to draw lines and all this carry on to see whether someone is offside or onside. I just think it's madness.
Yeah. I don't know, but Darren's saying there don't have offside. Well, they would score plenty of goals without that, wouldn't they? I'm sure.
It would just like it was at school, Mr. B, like people goal hanging and stuff.
Yeah, you would get some cricket scores then, wouldn't you? Let's be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Not if England were playing, anyway.
I went into all that again the other day. Done my stream and that reaction. Little bit of a rant again. So I wasn't happy with it all. Was pretty piss poor again, wasn't it? From the lads, I'm afraid. Only really big stuck it stood out. But
when's the next match, Mr. B?
Wednesday, mate.
So day after tomorrow.
Yeah, Afghanistan we got.
Jesus Christ, if they lose that, Jesus.
Yeah, we've lost to them before, so I wouldn't be surprised to be honest. So, what team do you support? I don't know. Is he taking me, I suppose? Brentford, mate. The Bees. That's why I missed the B, mate. That's why it's called the Buzz. But yeah, it's that's my team, mate. The Bees. And obviously Warren's is Arsenal for his sins. And Celtic, though, although that was a bad double for you at the weekend, wasn't it?
No, it was. It was shocking.
Yeah.
I just think they were really tired. I think that game on Wednesday in Munich took a lot out of them.
Yeah. Be up to you, Rich, by the way. Thanks. Seeing you in here. Cheers, mate. And hi, UK Darren fan. Yeah. It was good to see him on. He's the first time in here, I think, Darren. So good to see you in here, bro. Brilliant. Hi, Rich. Yeah. Good to have some newbies in. That's brilliant. Good to see. Please sub if you obviously you're new there, Darren. You can sub, mate. That'd be brilliant. Watch Brentford back in the 70s. Oh yeah. Oh, I sort of remember the 70s team. Not that well, but I was sort of born, well, you know, around middle 70s. I'm not going to give away my age too much, but I'm not young, by the way. So, but yeah, but obviously, yeah, they were pretty decent. What I remember, and obviously I remember more the 80s, 90s teams and whatever till now. But you know, they're not a bad team in the 70s. Already have. Yeah. But oh, he's already subbed. Sorry, yeah. Of course, that's what he means. I wasn't sure what he meant there, but he already has. Yeah. Yeah, cheers, bro. Thanks for that. Another sub. That's brilliant, mate. That's good to see. But anyway, getting back to this, and obviously most have gone for yes, it was a penalty, 68% to 32. Yeah, and I say I agreed. I thought it was a penalty all day long. You're going to pull a shirt, you're stopping a player getting to the ball, regardless of a theatrical dive, which it was. It was a horrible dive. You could see what it was, what Young done. But at the end of the day, it's still a penalty. Still a penalty. And they cocked it up, as far as I'm concerned. If you're going to give, you know, have the strength of your convictions to give the penalty, you've already given it. So stick with it, you know. Don't let VAR say you're wrong. You know, think you're wrong. Because if I was the referee, I'd say F off. I'm the referee, I've given the decision. And you can help. You got your opinion, but I've got mine. Mine matters at the end of the day, and I would have given it. I would give him the penalty, stuck with it, you know?
Mm.
Yeah, as Darren says there, Rich says, Young's dive probably cost him, yeah. Yeah, possibly. But anyway, I've got one other article here I'm going to read out. There's of course, they've released a statement. It was the other day, when was it, 22nd? Yeah, couple of days ago. 2 or 3 days ago. Obviously, you know, giving their say about it all. The Premier League released a statement as Everton's last gasp penalty versus Man United is controversially ruled out after VAR review. And there's what's his name, Halsey. He's there, I remember him. Referee, I don't know if you remember him. I think did he have cancer or something? He had a tumour or something or other. Mark Halsey, innit? Mark Halsey, whatever. Football is about opinions. It would be boring if we all agreed, exactly. It would be boring, mate. Definitely. But yeah, the Premier League addressed VAR's controversial decision to deny Everton a late penalty against Man United. The Toffees thought they got a last gasp, a spot kick at the death of stoppage time when the score was 2-2 at Goodison Park. Yeah, we'll get through to that. The Merseysiders saw themselves leading 2-0 at half-time thanks to goals by Beto and Abdoulaye Doucouré. However, United fought back in the second half and levelled the score with Bruno Fernandes and Manuel Ugarte. But David Moyes' men thought they would redeem themselves in the 3rd minute of stoppage time after throwing away a 2-goal lead. That was when Man United star Harry Maguire appeared to have pulled down Ashley Young in the area. The referee pointed straight at the spot, but VAR felt differently and advised him to check the pitchside monitor. After a lengthy review, the hosts were denied a late penalty, and the Red Devils found themselves breathing a sigh of relief. The Premier League addressed the situation at full time with a statement on social media. It read, VAR checked the referee's call a penalty to Everton for a challenge by Maguire on Young and deemed that no foul had been committed and recommended an on-field review. The referee overturned the original decision and play restarted with an indirect free kick. Man United also had a penalty kick denied in the closing stages of the match. Oh, look, Neville's not impressed. What a surprise. Fucking prick. Joshua Xerxes' header hit Everton star Jared Branthwaite in the face and then possibly his arm in the 83rd minute. But VAR concluded there was no handball and the ref waved play on. Nevertheless, it could have been worse for Man United if the referee's penalty decision stood. So Alex Ferguson attended the match and was spotted at the stands looking disgusted before half-time. Don't blame him when Everton were 2-0 up, but appeared happier when his former club hit back. I'm sure he was. Yeah, so that's obviously the statement there. It's worth.
Mr. B, say something.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Yeah, that article reinforces everything I think actually happened in that game. I've got no doubt in my mind the reason that penalty wasn't given was because of a certain gentleman sat in the stand.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got form. He's had form for that for years and years and years. I don't want to upset Rich. I love Rich. I think he's a top lad. But Ferguson is a bully. And he used to intimidate referees all the time. And I'm pretty convinced that he probably had a word.
Yeah, probably
It wouldn't
did.
surprise me. I mean, I've got no evidence to back up what I'm saying, but it would not surprise me in the slightest.
No. The fact that he was there, yeah, could have had some influence on it. Could have definitely done that. He's probably there looking at his watch, going like that. He goes, referee.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? It's just like the guy, yeah.
I always remember that when he was obviously manager of United against Arsenal and things like that. Yeah. And look at the watch.
See what Brian Clough said in that film, The Damn United, about all the Leeds players' trophies and whatnot they'd won, right? that little passage that Cloughie come out with could equally be applied to that man.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a shit house, mate. He won a lot of things with United and stuff, but
it was exactly the same in Aberdeen, mate. It was 100%. He was exactly the same. All the shithousery and like intimidating the referees and opposition. Mate, Rangers and Aberdeen till this day still hate each other because of him. Because he used to get the Aberdeen players really, really hyped up before they played one of the old firm teams. And every single time they played Rangers, it always kicked off. I actually went to a Rangers Aberdeen game once, mate. And how it didn't go off in the stands, I have no idea. Because the atmosphere was just fucking unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? It was terrifying.
Oh yeah, I bet, yeah. Well, it's the Scotties, isn't it? It always is with them, isn't it? Yeah. But Rich is saying there, If Fergie had that much influence, I wish he'd get involved more. Yeah. They should bring him back into the changing room or something, you know, get on at the players a bit more and you know, kick their arses and that in the dressing room and give them the old hairdryer treatment again. But yeah, I'm sure that would have stunk, the fucking hairdryer treatment, all that whiskey and whatever he drunk and gin or whatever it was. But, yeah.
In Scotland, we call it the blast furnace.
Yeah, mate. If it's not that, it's the old Glasgow kiss as well, isn't it? That boot, you know, and that, yeah. But no, mate. But he was, yeah. I wish our players got hyped up, yeah. And so Alex was the best, yeah. He sure was. He won a lot of stuff, you know. And,
certainly the best at something.
I bet you remember him actually at Aberdeen as well, didn't you, Warren, as well?
I do remember him at Aberdeen.
Yeah.
I do. And I said it was exactly the same up there. It was.
Do you remember him as a player as well? Did you ever
No,
see
I'm not that old, Mr. P.
I'm not saying that, mate. I'm not saying that, but no, did you ever? I think there was sort of like briefly I saw something in showing him playing and all that. So
he had a fairly decent career. He played at Rangers, and then because he was married to a Catholic, he had to leave, and then he went to a few other clubs. One of them was Dunfermline Athletic and scored loads of goals there. He's a bit of a hero there. So yeah, he had a good playing career. He wasn't brilliant, but he did have quite a good career.
well, you say he's a better manager than a player, though.
Yeah, 100%.
But anyway, mate, we're going to move on from this. I mean, at the end of the day, this is fucking shit, really, and it's got to go, isn't it? Really, yeah. It's not working.
And I just think, like I keep saying, I think they need to look at the rules to make them easier for people to interpret, because like all this business about people being offside by a toenail, it's just ridiculous. You know, and if they did what, like I keep suggesting, and Vinnie Jones has said, and Arsene Wenger has said, there'll be a lot more goals in the games as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. You should be benefit of the doubt, didn't they? Benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
You know, for the striker.
You can't. It's like so easy to see if there's clear daylight between the defender and the attacking player who's supposedly on an offside position. If it was like that, it would be easy. You wouldn't need all these lines and all this carry on. Do you know what I mean? I just think they're overcomplicating it, and they're overcomplicating it for a reason.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, mate, yeah, I get what you're saying. It's they got to sort it out. It's got to be either made better or just scrapped, I'd say. Really. But getting back to the results, obviously we go into the results on the weekend, and obviously Friday we start with this one because I'm very happy about this one. Leicester City Bees 4. Yes, come on the Bees. Stinging Leicester to bits, mate. 4-0. A poor Leicester team, it has to be said. But, you know, you have to beat what's in front of you, didn't you? And we beat it well, convincingly, really.
They played really well, mate. I played with a lot of energy, a lot of aggression, pace, power. I was really impressed with them, mate. Especially that first half. Like going forward, you look menacing.
Yeah, well, I thought we were incredible, immense, mate. Awesome. And obviously Damsgaard, I thought was incredible. Absolutely fucking superb he was. And he's had a great season. But Bomo got man of the match. But yeah, I'd probably agree. It was joint with him and Damsgaard. I think Bomo, you know, what a great goal he got as well. Curled it into the corner. What a goal. But you know he's going to do that. He always does that. He cuts inside and curls it. That's why you got to push him outside. That's probably what Arsenal done at one stage when they played the Bees. They pushed him outside rather than because he goes inside and he likes to curl it, you know. He likes to like that swerving shot, curling shot. And, you know, that's probably what, although, of course, they did score against you lot, against Raya. It was he didn't hit that well, to be honest. You've got to say Raya probably should have saved it. But it went in, so that's the main thing. But here, it was a superb goal, you know, fantastic.
No, it wasn't. The thing is, Mr. B, you could have had even more in that first half. It wouldn't have been an exaggeration if you'd gone in at half time, 5 or 6 up.
Hit the post as well, hit the post from Sade, the post as well, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. They had other chances and it could have been a lot more.
Exactly. And also they should have been down to fucking 10 men. Terrible. That guy, that referee is an absolute joke, Tony Harrington. Absolute fucking joke, right? The guy leapt into him with his shoulder, Koulibaly, went like that into Norgard, he in his face, and he went down like that. He was out on the ground for a little while, right? He didn't get up. And the guy only got a yellow. I think it was only a yellow, yeah. Should have been a red. That's a red all day long. He barged. He went into his shoulder into his face. How he got away with that, I really don't know. It's fucking disgusting.
No, you're right.
And Norgard couldn't continue. He played to half time. He couldn't come out for the second half because of that. It's fucking terrible.
It's not good enough, mate, is it?
Disgraceful. And that's why VAR couldn't fucking intervene with that. And I don't know, mate. That is fucking terrible, you know. That referee should never fucking referee another game, as far as I'm concerned. It's fucking terrible, that guy. Absolutely disgusting. Shit fucking ref, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I mean, this was still a great performance from us, and you know, I'm happy with it. I mean, 4-0, and yeah, okay, Leicester ain't the best team in the world. We know that, and they're down there for a reason. But you know, we beat them convincingly. And okay, Visser got the first one. He didn't hit it that well. He sort of hit it into the ground, and it went up and in off the post. But they all count, don't they? So, you know, and then Bomo class goal, and of course Norgard as well headed, flicked it on, little flick header past the goalie. But also a great free kick from Bomo as well. What a ball in, you know. Fantastic ball in, and he headed it in, and of course Carvalho came on and got a late goal. So, you know, I still don't know what to make of Carvalho. I think there might be more to come, but for the time being, I'm not totally sure. He's not sort of, you know, showing his full ability yet, his full, you know, skill and whatever. But I think there is more to come from him. Hopefully, there might be next season though, but we'll see.
When did he join you, Mr. B?
He joined us. I think it was in the January. It was not January transfer. No, it was the one before it. It was the summer one. I think might have been the summer. I don't know. It was earlier on. It was obviously the transfer window before this one. Obviously,
right. So he's done with you since the start of this season, then.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, it was the first window. Yeah.
He's Portuguese by the sound of it. Is that right?
I think he is, but he speaks his English because he was brought up over here, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So because he was with Fulham originally as well. You know, he played for Fulham before he went to Liverpool.
Uh-huh.
He probably actually sounds more English than Portuguese, but he's got that name Carvalho, and you think, oh yeah, he must be Portuguese or whatever, but he speaks English. But yeah, he has got ability, no doubt about it. He was on loan at Hull, and he done quite well there from Liverpool. Went on loan to Hull from Liverpool, and we decided to get him. And at the time, I thought it was a great signing, and I thought we'd see loads from him, and I thought he'd be really move on and be brilliant, you know. But he hadn't quite done it. He got 1 or 2 goals, 3 goals maybe before this. One overhead kick, which was actually a brilliant goal in the Carabao Cup. Yeah, that's what I call it. So you know, it's a fantastic goal, but he done little else, I think. And then I don't know. He's shown glimpses, but I think there's more to come. And then his dad kind of slagged us off as well, saying, "What is he doing joining Brentford? Why did he come to join Brentford?" And I thought that was a bit of a piss take. I almost felt like saying, "Fuck off! Why are you saying that for?" We're a Premier team, mate, as well. We deserve to be here. We might not be the biggest team in the world in the Premier, but we are here, and you know, and he's joined us, and that's it. And as far as I'm concerned, if he wanted to join, he wouldn't have joined us. If it was down to his dad. His dad stopped him. I wouldn't have accepted that, would you? My dad's if I want to go to a team, I'm not going to let my dad stop me.
Mate, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's like that thing. You know, remember that thing with Ramsdale at Arsenal? Remember when his dad got involved? You remember all that?
I do, mate, and yeah, I don't know, mate. I think the major reason that Ramsdale ended up getting booted out by I don't know, but for me, Ramsdale just got involved with opposition fans too much for my liking. You know, it was like winding up fans all the time, and it was only a matter of time before something was going to really badly kick off.
Yeah,
because it happened at Tottenham. Some fan jumped out of the crowd and took a swing at him, didn't he? You know, so in some respects, I'm quite happy that he's left because I think there would have been a major incident with him at some point. You know, because you can't keep getting involved with opposition fans, and it tells me as well that he's not concentrating on the game properly. So you're doing that. How can you concentrate on the game and like keep your defence in order if you fucking keep having a pop at opposition fans? It's not acceptable, mate.
Yeah, I know for sure. But yeah.
The other thing about that game, that Leicester game, that Leicester Brentford game, don't forget that I think their previous home game, they'd lost 2-0 to Arsenal, and Arsenal had struggled to break them down.
That's right. Yeah, they did, didn't they? And it was Marino, wasn't it? Got those 2 goals.
Like 2 goals in the last 5 minutes or whatever it was of the match.
Yeah, yeah.
So Brentford deserve a lot of credit for the way they put. Like I said to you, mate, their performance in that first half was outstanding. In particular,
Yeah,
like the way they were knocking it about and playing. You know, they were playing with pace, they were playing with aggression, and really absolutely going for it. And they could have had more than the 3 they had by half time.
Yeah, for sure.
It wouldn't have been an exaggeration if you'd gone in at half time 5-0 up.
Yeah, exactly. And but you know, we just briefly touch on Leicester. What do you think there is to come for them going down? Surely relegation, do you think, this season?
100%. Unless they get like a Sam Allardyce type character, I can't see them staying up. And if they're going to do that, they should have done it when they appointed Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
Like, man's got hardly any experience. It's another Arteta thing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? If you're in that situation, you need someone who's got a track record of getting people out clubs out of trouble, not someone who's still learning their trade. I just think it was like they sealed their own fate when they gave that job to him.
Yeah. And be up to you, Eugene, as well. Leicester are shy and we couldn't beat them at home. Yeah, he supports Spurs, by the way, Eugene. So, yeah, I know. It's embarrassing, isn't it? Losing to them, but there we go. Bottom three now are gone. Yeah, probably. Well, Southampton were always gone. They were always well adrift, and we always knew they was going to go. I still thought it was still going to be tight between a lot of the others. I didn't think Ipswich would go down, but I think they will now. I think Wolves will be safe. I think they've got enough about them now, and getting a few points clear at the bottom there. I think they're going to be safe, and they've still got too many good players, likes of Cunha, of course, to go down really. So I think it is going to be those bottom three: Ipswich, Leicester, and Southampton.
Definitely Leicester and Southampton, 100%, because they're woeful. Like Southampton in particular. I think I don't want to upset any Southampton fans watching this, but I think that team is one of the worst teams in Premier League history. They're shocking, mate.
Yeah. As Eugene says, Leicester need a Daesh. Yeah. Well, they get rid of Van Nistelrooy. Daesh is available. So, why not?
The problem is they've only just appointed Van Nistelrooy. Have they got the money to pay him off to go and suddenly get a new manager? I mean, they could always go and get Philippe. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, mate. Did you feel any sympathy for him at all?
No.
No, you didn't.
No. He just can't, mate. He just talks so much rubbish, right?
Yeah.
And the excuses that he keeps coming out with, it was just ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? And like the nonsense that he was coming out with, it was, we're supposed to be talking about the Premier League, so we won't talk about it too much. But no, because I just think he never really faced up to his responsibility.
No, true. But getting back to this, Everton and Man United, we're not going to go into the penalty again. We've already done all that shit with that. But what did you make of the game? I thought it was a decent game, and Everton 2-0 up. I thought should have won this all day long, being 2-0 up.
Well, I was listening to it on and off on the radio, and it sounded like Everton were well in control.
Yeah, they were. I was watching the game as well, and I thought, Everton going to wallop them here. They're going to thrash United,
Yeah.
I thought, how the fuck did they get back into that, United,
No. I know.
I couldn't believe it, man. But, can you see any glimmers there now for United, though? Because they're below us still. So that's even better for us. They're below us still. And quite a few other teams as well. So,
the thing is, I just think it doesn't matter who they have as manager. They could have the best manager in the history of the game.
Yeah.
Right? This is the United I'm talking about. The problems that are causing the issues at United are absolutely nothing to do with the manager. Because I actually do think that Ten Hag was a decent manager, but it was all the nonsense surrounding the club that was causing the problem.
Yeah.
Do you know? And it's such a mess that it really doesn't matter who they would have appointed. I just think that any manager would go there and struggle. And because I think this Hammering fella is a decent coach. He's a real talented coach.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah. Whether he'll be able to do anything, or get him out of this mess, or he'll be given time to. God only knows.
Yeah. Darren's saying there, Garnacho changed the game with his energy. Yeah. He's a good young player, I think. Got ability, Garnacho. I take it you're a United fan, Darren? Let us know what team you support. But yeah, I think he's a decent player, that Garnacho. But as you say about Amorim, I rate him as well. He looks a good manager. But I don't think he should have come to United at this point. I think he should have waited and they should have let probably Ten Hag do the rest of the season. And then, that's what I think.
Yeah, because the thing is, like I don't actually think that it matters who the manager is there. Because until they get these issues in the back room sorted out, that it's never going to be successful, no matter who the manager is.
No, it's true.
It's a mess, absolute mess.
Yeah, Darren's a suffering United fan as well, so yeah, that's what I thought. So, look, Eugene's saying they should have kept Rude. Well, yeah, he actually done all right there, and he's still as manager for a little while. He was doing quite well, but no, they decided to go for Amorim, but. It might work out in the end. I don't. They're certainly not going to go down, are they? Let's be honest. And they're not going down, United. But unfortunately,
I'd love it.
Yeah. But yeah. Apologies to Rich and Darren for that. We're not, a little bit biased there, but no, because we remember. Well, I wasn't around at the time, but apparently they went down in. Was it 71? They went down to the old.
I think it was 74.
Was it 74?
Something like that. I vaguely remember it, but not. Like, I was only about 7, so like it's quite vague in my memory. I remember Spurs going down very well.
You forget that, could you? No. 74. Is that's what you said when it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, 74. Yeah. But I can't see him going down. No, I just can't really. So
no, I can't be fair, but it would be funny.
Yeah, we wouldn't rub it in at all, would we? No.
No.
Old team then, yeah. You probably had a lot of great players back then, surely, in the 70s as well. Must have been really great players.
The thing is that it has happened to big clubs in recent times. I mean, Wolves went down. They went right down to the 4th.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Manchester City went down, right down through the leagues as well. So, all these people going on, banging on about, oh, yeah, they're too big a club to go down. Well, no, they're not.
No.
And this is what I say about Arsenal. Don't think just because it's Arsenal that they couldn't be relegated. Because I'm telling you now, if they keep on with this clown and the way they're carrying on, it will happen within the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm not going to go into it in big detail, Mr. B, because it's fair. I could talk about this for about an hour.
I'll wind you up and let you go in a little while with that one, Warren, because we will be getting to that game as well in a little while. So I might have to bring the timer out for that one as well and let you go on a rant, mate, for 5 minutes or whatever. I'll let you go, mate, all right? No club is too big to go. Yeah, exactly, Eugene. You're right there. No club is too big to go down. True.
100%.
But briefly on this one, I thought Everton played really well. Beto got player of the match there. Probably deserved, I'd say. I thought he had a really good game. Who do you think? Could you see anyone that stood out for United? Not really. Fernandes, I suppose. Fernandes is what his name really. Portuguese.
Not really. because like the problem is, Mr. B, I was listening to it on the radio, and as you know what I think about radio commentary on the BBC. It's absolutely shocking. They spend more time like talking about what's coming up and advertising stuff than they do actually commentating on what's going on. I was screaming radio, stop messing about and just effing commentate. It's an absolute shambles. Absolute shambles. You have the guy sitting there, the like commentator, and who was he? Was his assistant? It was some fella from Birmingham. I think it might have been Dion Dublin.
Oh, him, yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about presidential elections and all sorts of really bizarre stuff that had absolutely nothing to do with the match.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a test match special where you'd be able to get away with that. This is a Premier League football match. Like radio commentary, is supposed to be really intense because you have to describe in detail everything that's going on. Right? It's not like TV commentary either. Like TV commentary and radio commentary are two completely different animals. Right? Radio commentary, if it's done properly, it should be really intense and you're describing everything to the nth degree about what's going on. TV commentary is a bit more relaxed in that you don't have to do that. But even that's a shambles as well, because it's the same thing there. Like all these like meaningless stats about what players done in the past, and this is on the radio. It's absolutely shocking. You've got no idea what's going on. You've got no idea what the flow of the game is because these people aren't doing their job properly. You can't see it.
Yeah. Darren's agreeing with you there, mate. He's agreeing with you.
Good man.
But
it's absolutely shocking. And Mr. B, I'm telling you, I ain't going to try one of these Saturdays to try and get myself on that 606 show. Right? I'll probably have to lie about why I'm coming on. And I'll be going, oh, yeah, I'm not happy about Mikel Arteta, something like that, so that I can get on. And when I get on and get through and get on the show, I'm saying, right, I've come here because I'm not happy with the standard of commentating on the BBC. You need to tell these people that are doing the commentary they need to up their game. They spend half the time talking about completely irrelevant stuff. And then the rest of the time, like talking absolute nonsense and not actually doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, all BS, mate. That's all it is. It's BS, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
It's ridiculous. Talk about the dog. Talk about the tail wagging the dog.
But you'll have to be careful about your swearing on there, mate.
I know. I would. I have to try and monitor it a bit. Do you know what I mean? I can tell you what's going to happen, even if I don't swear. If I manage to get on there, as soon as I start going off about the commentators, they'll just cut me off.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that'd be interesting. I'd love to see.
They're not going to allow anyone to criticise.
No.
Their commentators.
No, you can say what you want as long as you don't criticise them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fucking BS, mate. But we've gone to this one, Warren. I've sort of jumped ahead to this one because I really want you to go for it, mate. I don't want you to leave anything behind here. Give it your all, mate, and I'm going to put the timer on, and I want you to go for it, man. I don't care if you swear. I'm fine with that. As you know, I've already done it enough, and you do enough on yours, so I'm fine with it, mate. I'm sure, if everyone, there's going to be a warning here, a big rank coming with swearing and everything. Arsenal 0, West Ham 1. Go for it, mate. Here we go. The timer's going.
Well, I mean, what can I say? I don't believe that anyone can seriously be surprised by that result. Given now that team has been performing, they look toothless up front. They look lethargic in possession of the ball. Honestly, I have no idea what is going on at that club. How can it be that we're in a situation where we're having to play a defensive midfielder as a main striker? Yeah. It's an absolute shit show. This guy has spent over £750 million in the transfer market, and we got no strikers. What the hell's going on? How is that even possible? £750 million, and he hasn't got a striker. Mate, I'm sorry, but it's not acceptable. And then you still got fans backing this nonsense. The likes of AFTV, right? Like all these clowns on these bloody channels talking about how, what a great job he's doing and all the rest of it. What has he actually done? What has he achieved to warrant that sort of backing? It's absolutely ridiculous in the extreme. Right? And, I've heard people saying to me, oh, he's doing a really good job and all of that from opposition teams. Right? And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, well, hold on a minute. If the manager's job became available at your club, right? And I've said it to a few people, would you take him at your club? And every single time I ask this question, I always get the same response. No. So why are you expecting us to put up with it? Right? Arsenal Football Club is the third biggest club in this country. It's not a club for a novice. Right? And he is a novice because the man refuses to learn from his mistakes. It's ridiculous. I remember his second season he was here, he got the team to the Europa League semi-final. He decided to play with a false nine in the away leg. The second leg at home comes. We're trailing by 1 goal on aggregate, right? We need a goal. So what does he do? He brings off the club's leading goal scorer, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and brings on a player who hasn't scored a goal all season. How does that make any sense whatsoever? It's absolutely ridiculous in the extreme. Now, mate, the guy hasn't got a fucking clue what he's doing. No. He's absolutely fucking useless. He can't manage players. He can't fucking coach people. He is fucking useless, mate. And in fact, I'm going to tell you something now. He is the worst Arsenal manager in the club's history.
Exactly, yeah.
Certainly the worst manager I've ever seen at the club. 100%. Right? All that money that he spent, and we're struggling the way we are to create chances and score goals, and we haven't got a striker. That's all down to him. Right? And like I said to you before, mate, I've been supporting this club since 1972. And I've never, ever seen the club in such a mess as it is now. Right? Yeah. In that time, I've seen Arsenal really struggle in the league. And a couple of occasions, they nearly got relegated. Right? But the difference between then and now is at least I knew that the board and the owners and the players were trying to make the club better. Right? Do not have that feeling about these people. I've got no confidence in the owners because I don't think they care about the club. I don't think they care about the anything. So I'm going to stop.
Well, yeah, I could say we're going to extra time. Yeah, look, we're going to extra time. You want to carry on?
Okay, yeah, I'll carry on for a bit longer. Right, so I've got no confidence that the owners of this club, right, have got the best interest of the club at heart. I really don't. I just think they're in it for the money, right? And I'm still convinced they got some dodgy plan up their sleeve, right? And it would not surprise me if they're trying to take the club overseas, right? The board are just absolutely clueless, mate. They don't know what's going on from one day to the next. Probably can't even fucking dress themselves, let alone operate properly on the board of directors. The manager's fucking making it up as he goes along. He's got so much power, they allowed him to handpick his own boss. Yeah. The guy that's going to take over Eddie's job, who's going to be Arteta's boss, used to be his PA, i.e., he used to make teas and coffees for Arteta's visitors and manage his diary. Mate, the whole thing is a fucking shambles. You got midfield players playing as out-and-out striker. You've had a central defensive midfield player playing right back. We've had a right back playing left back just because he didn't want to play Kieran Tierney. It's a fucking shit show. 3 players having to play out of position because you don't like the fella who's our regular left back. How does that make any fucking sense? Mate, it's a fucking shit show. Top to bottom, the whole club. So what's the answer? Right? My solution would be, right, sell the club, sack the board, sack Arteta, right, bring David O'Leary in and the fella who he used to be the guy at the FA. Oh, God, what's his name? I can't remember the guy's name, but get him to come in and do a root and branch investigation into the whole club to see what needs to and put in a place an action plan for improvement. Because this cannot continue the way it is. Because if they stick with the way they are, and they stick with this clown, Arsenal within the next 10 years will definitely get relegated. If even the bloody club still exists by then, in its current format. Mate, the whole thing is a fucking shambles.
Yeah.
So thanks for giving me the extra time.
No worries, mate. I know you might need a bit longer with that, to be honest. So, yeah, it's a real shit show, isn't it? Let's be honest. David Dean, yeah.
That's the fella. That's the one I want doing the root and branch investigation. Because it's a mess. Absolute mess.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, Darren, I'm not giving away where I live, mate. I safe to say it's Greater London. That's all I'm going to say. Because you don't know who's around here, who's on this sort of thing, so I've got to be careful.
Let me just say, in addition to what you've just said, Mr. B, I used to work in Hammersmith and in Shepherd's Bush, right, which is very close to the Brentford area. So I completely understand what Mr. B is saying, because there's some seriously, and I mean seriously disturbed people in and around that area. And I don't fucking blame him. I think the man's extremely brave even to come on the screen. If I lived in that area, I don't think I would.
Yeah, some fucking nutters, mate, around there. Yeah. But but anyway, and obviously he's like what Eugene said here, he's perfect for Arsenal. We won the FA Cup. Yeah, how long ago was that? Yeah,
nice one, Eugene.
and then 2 dinner plates he won as well. So yeah. But still eating off them. Smash his head with one of them, eh? That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I
think it's ridiculous.
There he is, the prick. There he is. Look.
Mate, please get him off screen. I can't bear looking at him.
Yeah, I know what you mean there, mate. He's fucking terrible. What do you make of the game anyway? I mean, obviously you had a player sent off, as we know, Lewis Skelly.
Mm-hmm.
As much as good as he is, that was stupid what he done. And that's what
he's very young, mate, and it will happen. Things like that are going to happen because he's only a young lad, right? He shouldn't be starting many games at that age. He should be being brought on like in the 70th minute or 60th minute or something to get the experience.
Well,
do you know what I mean? Throwing him in like that, I just think it's a bit. But start him in League Cup matches, FA Cup matches. The problem is we never really do anything in our first tournaments because the clown throws them away all the time. Do you know what I mean? But
he came on for Calafiori, didn't he? Yeah. He came on for Calafiori, didn't he, in this one? I believe, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true, but you know, it's his inexperience as a player. When he gets older, he'll learn like how to manage a situation like that.
Yeah, he has potential. Definitely got potential. Yeah, huge, insane, Scaddy there. So I think he could play for England. I really do. I think he could be the future for England. Him and Wayne.
He hasn't played enough games at club level, mate. If they played him against this like the one in particular I'd mention, if they played him against Argentina or Italy, they'd fucking eat him for dinner and spit him out.
Yeah.
They would, because they know those two teams are fucking masters of the dark arts.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even have time to fucking lace his boots off and he'd be been sent off. He would, because these two teams in particular, they know how to fucking like exploit stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure you remember that situation with Diego Simeone and what he did with David Beckham.
Oh, Beckham, yeah. I do remember that, yeah. How he rolled around, he only flicked him a little bit with his foot, though, didn't he, his boot? There's only a little touch with the boot, and he went down like bloody, I don't know.
Yeah, that was stupid from Beckham. He shouldn't have done it.
No.
Do you know what I mean? That's like, he was asking for trouble doing that to like a man of Simeone's experience.
Yeah, he's a shithouse, that Simeone.
Well, he still is. He still is.
Yeah, as a manager. Yeah. Anyway, be up to you, Darren. Thanks for coming in, bro. You're welcome back any time in the live chat, or welcome to come on the panel. Of course, that's all good. If you want to come on, I'll always put the link in, and you're welcome to come on, mate, anytime you want. It's brilliant. And thanks for subbing. And make sure you catch my next lot of videos or streams, when I bring them out. I've got a preview tomorrow, of course, for the Bees' next game against Everton. Oh, won't be easy. I know it's at the G-Tech, but we're shit at home now, believe it or not. We're shit at home and great away. Make that make sense.
It'd be interesting to see whether the Bees can perform like they did in their away games, because they've been performing really well, like you said. So it'd be interesting to see what happens against Everton.
Yeah, of course. But it's not going to be easy, I don't think, that one. Because you look at them against United as well, 2-0 up there. They should have won that, really. But then I suppose that gives us hope if they can go 2-0 up and we can come back. So there's hope there, But I just feel we need to get back to our good home form, I think we can.
See, the thing is, Mr. B, if you can start winning games at home and carry on the way you have been away. I still don't see there's any reason why you can't finish in the Europa League spots and make a strong push for Champions League. Will certainly put pressure on the top four, because particularly after the way you played away against Leicester, it was impressive, mate. I haven't seen many teams play like that this season. Certainly, I haven't seen Arsenal play like that all season.
Yeah, and by the way, we beat West Ham, by the way. We beat them.
Yeah, he did beat West Ham 1-0.
Yeah, and Arsenal can't fucking do it. I know.
No.
That tells you everything.
Exactly. So, I think you could, but you need to sort out the home form. And I think in the summer, you need to get another goalkeeper, mate.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm not happy with Flecken, to be honest, but there you go.
I mean, it was quite alarming what I saw in that game at Leicester when he had the ball and he just threw it right out. He threw it about up to as far as nearly the halfway line, and it went straight out.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
I don't think I've ever seen a goalkeeper do that before. And that coupled with the way he threw that game away for Brentford at home to Arsenal, mate, he's a liability. He really is.
Tell me, mate. You don't have to tell me. I know it. But what can I do? I can't make decisions, I'm afraid. I wish I was the manager. I wouldn't have bought it in the first place. But there you go.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, at least he got rid of the Ross left. He sort of brought himself back into the good books a little bit for me, Thomas, by getting rid of Ross left. And actually done it right, apparently, the other day for Wolfsburg. He played in his right position, apparently, as well. So maybe Thomas was playing him out of position, and there we go. It's Thomas's fault, to be honest.
Well, there you go. This is what I was saying earlier about the clown at Arsenal. He just it doesn't. All you need to do is play players in their preferred position, and if it doesn't work, then you need to take them out of the team.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't be asking a defensive midfield player to play right back or a right back to play left back. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Be up to you, Eugene, by the way. Thanks for staying up, mate. At 3:41 in the morning there. Oh, well, because he's in Korea, I think. Yeah, Korea. So, yeah, that is very early in the morning. So, well done. Thanks, mate, for coming in and being in the live chat. You're welcome on the show again, buddy, anytime. He's been on the show before. So it'd be great to have him on again. Be superb. And go and check out his channel. Great content. Even though he's a Spurs fan, but don't hold that against him. But, go and check it all out. It's brilliant. So, long-suffering Spurs fan, and he wants Levy out. Hashtag Levy out.
No, but he's right. Levy is the problem there. It's not Ange.
No. Well, that is true. A quick word on West Ham. I think they're doing well now. I mean, we only just beat them, of course. Okay, we could have had a couple more. We should have had more. It was offside. Visser got 2 more, but that was offside. But, I thought they got a good win against you. You give them a lot of credit. I thought they done really well and really stopped you and stopped you doing anything, really, in that game.
Yeah, but the thing is, Mr. B.
Yeah, go on, mate. Are you still there? You still there, Warren?
I'm back. Sorry, I had a bit of an issue there. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Mr. Potter has got a track record of, getting victories against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He did it at Brighton. He did it in Scandinavia when he was managing that. I think it was Swedish side that's in the Arctic Circle. And he's now done it with West Ham. So it's not like it's unusual for him. Do you know what I mean?
No. He's
No,
still very.
and I read something about him the other day. I was really impressed with what I was reading.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he's a good manager. You know, if you forget about that flop at Chelsea, I think that was never going to work out, to be honest, at Chelsea in a way.
No, of
But
course not. It's a mess.
Yeah. He was great at Brighton, you know. He was superb at Brighton.
Mm.
I think a lot of people wanted him to be England manager, and you could see why when he was at Brighton and all that, you know.
Mm.
See why, you know, his potential there and what he was capable of doing, you know. And it just shows
But when he was at Chelsea, that club was in like major transition, and it was in a mess.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was never going to work out for him. Do you know what I mean? It was just ridiculous.
And the big egos, you know, giant egos that had the players and all that, the money they were on. He didn't have all that at Brighton. They weren't big egos. They weren't, you know, big money players. Great players, good players, and they really are good players at Brighton. I like Brighton a lot. I think they're a very good team. But you know, not big time Charlies there, were they? So
no.
Not like at Chelsea. So yeah, I think I still think he's a great manager. I really do, and he did a job on Arsenal. I think for sure. But I think they've done a job on you, West Ham, didn't they?
Yeah, 100%. They deserved it.
Yeah. Yeah, again to this one. What a shock here, the way Bournemouth were going. Wolves beaten 1-0. What a total surprise.
I wasn't expecting that, mate, to be honest.
No way.
But Bournemouth would turn them over quite comfortably.
Well, they had a player sent off as well, Bournemouth, Sabani sent off. Do you think that was unlucky at all? I know he did catch him, but he did his foot kind of bounced over the ball and went onto his chin, I think, with the studs. Do you think he actually meant that?
I don't know, Mr. B, because the problem I've got is a lot of these games kicked off at 3:00 on the Saturday, isn't it?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and I was doing my Saturday show, so I've got no idea because I haven't seen the highlights of it or anything like that. Do you know? So I'm sort of I'm listening to what you're saying about it and what happened and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because I honestly don't know. I just know that it was an unexpected. Excuse me, sorry. It was an unexpected victory for Wolves.
Yeah, well, I thought, as I say, when I kind of hate those sort of ones where they give them red cards when it's just got where you're supposed to put your foot when you go over the ball, and you got the ball, but it bounced on the ball and hit and studded him on the foot on the leg. Where can you put your foot when you do that?
Was it accidental?
I think so. He was going for the ball. He was looking at the ball, only going for the ball and putting his foot on the ball. But then they're giving red cards. It's terrible. I hate it. That wouldn't have been given back in the day. That wouldn't have been given a red card.
No, never. Not in the 70s or 80s. It wouldn't. Not when you see some of them bloody tackles going in then, lots of Leeds and Chelsea and like that 1974. Was it 1974? No, was it a bit later than that? 1970. The year before that, 1973 FA Charity Shield between Liverpool and Newcastle. Jesus.
Yeah, Leeds and Liverpool, wasn't it? Was it Leeds and Liverpool?
Leeds and Liverpool, 1974. And that was when Cloughie was managing Leeds. It just like Keegan and Bremner got sent off for fighting.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't there. I was only young. I don't really remember it that well. Well, I remember watching it ever since then. They've shown it quite a few times, you know.
And it wasn't back in the day. It weren't handbags. It was proper like
I know.
punchies. Do you know what I mean? It's like that film Legend when Ronnie goes steaming in and he gets upset. He goes, "I come here for a shootout, a proper fucking shootout with proper men." So that's what it was like then. It was like fucking proper men, not these bloody.
What's that? He goes, "It's a tool, mate." He's like, "Ain't a tool, it's a fucking rolling pin. You come here, you bake me a fucking cake."
Exactly.
Bloody credit, gonna sing me a song, gonna light some candles. You know, I thought, oh, yeah, brilliant, mate. I love that film. Fucking brilliant. But don't talk to me, you cunt, like that. You go, don't talk to me like that, you cunt. I remember all that, yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. But yeah, I think Cunha's the key to Wolves staying up. Do you feel?
Yeah, if they lose him, I think they're going to find it really difficult.
Yeah, they're a decent side, though.
He seems like he's their best player, Mr. B. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I think so. I know. They've got some other decent, other good players. I think that Ait Nouri, I'd take him at the Bees and everything. I think he's a good player. There's decent players. Bellegarde, he's pretty good. Yeah, I think they're not a bad team. But, you know, I think they will just about stay up. I've got a feeling here in the Premier. As for Bournemouth, you think they'll still get qualified?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, do you think Bournemouth will still qualify for Europe or anything?
Excuse me. I'm not sure, mate. If I'm being honest, I think they would have done. I thought they would have done before this, but that's a really bad result. It really is. Whether they will now, I'm not sure. I really don't know. So it's difficult to know what will happen. Is it the wheels coming off, or was it just a blip? Or, you know, as Pink Floyd said, was it just a momentary lapse in reason?
Yeah, possibly. I think it is a blip, you know, because I think Bournemouth are a very good team. I'll rate them as well. That Iriota, what a manager as well. You know, class, great manager. I've only Arsenal had him, mate. Yeah.
Exactly. And then we got this one. Fulham 0, Crystal Palace 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you see that one coming? Because I didn't.
Not really. I thought Fulham are good. I thought they were going well this season. They're going really, really well. Only other thing that's disappointing, and I'm sure they must be frustrated and fearing the worst, is ESR went off injured.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go again.
Good. Because, I mean, to be honest, mate, I would have had this down for a draw. You know? Because Palace, I mean, to be fair to them, Palace have been on good form of late.
Yeah, Glasner's doing well there now. He's going really well with him. And I thought, you know, Eze, right? I thought he was superb in this game. Amazing. I think he's going to play for England a lot. I think he's another good England player, Eze. I really do. He's got a lot of good ability, skill, and he showed it here. He was superb. I don't know. I thought Fulham still played fairly well. I don't think they were really, really terrible or anything. But I just think Palace just had the edge, and I thought it just looked a bit sharper and whatever, you know. And obviously Mateta scored again, but it was disallowed. But obviously Anderson got an own goal. He used to play at Palace, of course, and maybe he thought he was still playing for them. Who knows? But,
Exactly.
Yeah. He's a player I wanted at the Bees, actually, Anderson. I thought he's really quality, you know, strong defender, good touch, good ability on the ball. You know, we could have done with him at the Bees, but he went there. But there we go. But But yeah, great win for Palace again. They're looking good, I'd say. We beat them twice, done the double over them this season, Palace, surprisingly, but we did. So, but yeah, I think they could be up in the top 10 somewhere. I don't think they qualify for Europe or anything, but I think they will be comfortably mid-table, maybe. I would say. I think Fulham will be up there as well. I can't see them being down near the bottom. Very good team. So yeah, Munoz got man of the match. Very good player, that Munoz. Rate him, really do. The Palace. But yeah, and let's move on because obviously the time's going on and it's 1 hour 41 now. Shit, yeah. So better move on a bit. Let's move on to this one. Well, shame Eugene's gone. He would have liked to see this result again. 4-1 to the Spurs against Ipswich. Poor old Ipswich, I'm afraid. Got walloped.
Yeah. It's a bit of a strange one, this, because like Spurs have been in such bad form of late. Yeah, but Andrew's been saying for a few weeks, oh, it's the injuries. And maybe he was right, because these players have started coming back and look what happened.
Yeah, you got Brennan Johnson there, got two good goals, and Jed Spence as well. What a player. Another one we could have fucking done with Warren, you know. Jed Spence, what a player, you know. Kulusevski as well. He's on good form this season. And who would write off Son in their right mind would write off Son, who's a great player still.
Yeah,
I never write him off.
Did he get taken off injured?
I think he did. I think he might have done. I thought he was superb again, though. He was amazing, mate. Incredible. And, you know, who'd write that guy off? I know, what, is he 32 now or something? But he's still quality, man. He's still quality. We'd take him all day long. We'd have him all day long, mate. I think he's brilliant.
Yeah, like I've said to you before, though, Mr. B, I think your problem's at the other end of the pitch. I don't.
Yeah.
There's the issue with the attack. I think it's the defence that's a bit questionable. I know you've had a load of injuries and stuff. And, you know, hopefully those players will be coming back soon. Do you know? But I just think that the biggest thing you need now is a commanding goalkeeper. Do you know what I mean? And one that's not going to keep making stupid mistakes and, like, costing you games, like he did against Arsenal, and like throwing the bloody ball straight out for a throw-in, like he did on Friday night. You know, I'm sorry, but that was just ridiculous.
Yeah,
I don't understand why he's getting game time. I would much rather play that guy who played the other day.
Yeah, but then even he made a cock up as well, didn't he? When he come on, Inga Marson. Yeah.
Well, it's certainly until you get another goalkeeper, because like it's just not been good enough, has it? Really?
No, we brought young Eddie Balcom back. He was playing in Scotland, by the way, playing for St Mirren.
Right. Well, he's had plenty of action if he was playing for St Mirren. That's
yeah. They are pretty substandard, aren't they? The Scottish team, Scottish teams go.
Well, really, they're just like they're not going to get relegated. They're not going to like challenge for the title. They're sort of, you know, sort of average sort of side, really. But you know, when they're playing against one of the big boys, he would be called at their action.
Yeah, I thought I rated him as well. Actually, he's a very good young keeper. You know, quite tall as well. He's very tall. I would like to see him given a go. To be honest, I really would. I'd like to see what he
be.
Early 20s, I think. I think he's early 20s, 20, 21, something like that. He's been here a little while, actually, at the Bees, and not really played enough. He played in, I think it was a couple of seasons ago, he was in the Carabao Cup, and he done a lot of saves in the penalty shootout. Was our hero in the penalty shootout. So I think he's a very good keeper. I rate him, you know. But unfortunately, we keep going with fucking Flecken in goal. Oh, fuck off.
Mate, they need to get rid of him. But the problem is, he's probably. I wouldn't surprise me that he's sitting there and thinking, yeah, I need to get rid of him. But he's probably sitting there thinking, I don't want to get rid of him till I've got a top quality replacement. I can see the rationale for that. Do you know what I mean? But you know, this Flecken fella, he's not good at him. He noticed that Rawsliff wasn't good up to the job, so I'm pretty sure that he can see that this goalkeeper isn't as well. But he's probably thinking, well, who am I going to, if I get rid of him, who am I going to put in? That's probably thinking. So I don't know. It'll be telling to see what happens in the summer if he tries to get a replacement. If he doesn't, then mate, I'll be asking serious questions.
But anyway, it's Richard down, mate, as far as I'm concerned, unfortunately. Good team. I think they're a decent team. But I think they're definitely down. And, of course, we'll take Delap when they go down. We'll have him up front. Because I rate him, you know. I think he's a very good young striker, that Liam Delap. So, hopefully, you never know.
Yeah, but don't forget, though, this is the team that lost at home to Maidstone United in the FA Cup a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, but I just think that they come up to this league too soon. Right? They should have had another season at least in the Championship, because they came up the year before from League One.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of a meteoric rise, and fair play to them for doing it. But sometimes teams get promoted too quick, and I think this is a perfect example of it.
Yeah, it's a shame, but I hope they keep hold of McKenna as well. I think he's a really good manager. I really do. I hope when they go back down, they carry on with him and come back up again, maybe. But it's a shame. But there you go. But moving on, Southampton 0, Brighton 4. Another hiding for Southampton with Mr. Ramsdale in goal. Yeah, again. Going to take another team down, isn't he? Is it his fault?
It looks like it, doesn't it? Just need to hope that your manager doesn't decide to sign him.
Yeah. He'd probably be better than Flecken, though, mate, to be honest.
Look at the track record of getting teams relegated, mate.
Oh, yeah. That is the thing, yeah. Maybe best not, yeah. A very convincing win for Brighton. The whipping boys, Southampton, you could say, really, unfortunately. But what some great players they've got as well. That young Dibbling, we'll take him as well. I'm sure a lot of teams will take Tyler Dibbling or Tyler Dribbling, you could call him. At Southampton. And that Sulemana as well. What a player he is, that winger. Yeah. Fantastic. He roasted. Who was it he roasted the other day? He tore somebody to shreds, one of them defenders.
Mate.
Liverpool or something. I think it was at Liverpool. Oh, yeah, it might have been Arnold. And they tore him to pieces, mate, you know. Or it might be United, but I think, it was United, wasn't it? At Euro, I think he tore him to shreds.
There you go. There you go. Mate, I'm starting to wilt, mate, if I'm being honest. I'm going to have to go in a minute because I'm really struggling now.
But, it's cool. Brilliant win for Brighton. Do you think they are going to win going to qualify for anything, Warren?
They went for a bit of a blip recently. So maybe this is the turn of them turning stuff around and getting back up there again. Because it did look like at one point that they were going to really push. Do you know what I mean? And like I say, then they went on that blip and they fell away a bit. So maybe this is them turning it around and, you know, moving back up the table again.
Yeah, hopefully. But
well, you know, maybe if, you know, they do really well and, you know, they're in the hunt right till the end of the season, maybe come the summer, they come to Arsenal and take Benjamin Bunny off our hands.
yeah. Yeah, Benjamin Bunny. Yeah, it's good. But yeah. But anyway, moving on from them. What about Chelsea? You got any sympathy for them at all, Warren?
I did because I don't like Chelsea at all, but I did feel sorry for them in this game because I thought up until they scored their goal, they were playing really well, and then when after they scored, they sort of all Villa suddenly got the bit between their teeth, and you know they played really really well, and they could have won the game even more comfortably than what they did.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's your former manager. Look, what you
mate,
of.
he's quality. He was treated disgracefully by
He was.
us.
He was.
I don't think they had any notion of keeping him on, even when they. I don't think they wanted him when they actually appointed him. I think they wanted Arteta because Arteta was in for the job when Unai got it, but they decided to give it to Unai for some reason. I've got a feeling that they turned around to Arteta and said, "We want you to have another year experience of you know, working with Pep before we let you take control of this club."
Mm.
You know, because like I say, he was in the running for it. But yeah, Villa played really well, mate, in my opinion, in this game, and I think they deserved their victory. You know, after everything that happened. So yeah, fair play to them.
You think they'll sign Rashford permanently? They're talking about that. They might, pay the
I think it'd be a big mistake. I don't rate him. I think he's not fully focused on football. I think he's got his head elsewhere, to be honest. I'm not sure that long term he's gonna continue playing. I'm not convinced by it. He's just got his fingers in too many other pies.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think he was great in this game, but you can't be doing it for, once in the blue moon, can you? You've got to do it every game and be consistent every game. And I don't think he will.
No.
So, no, I wouldn't buy him, to be honest, if I were there. But, yeah, this one, what a game this was. Oh, Newcastle 4-0 up at one stage.
Well, yeah, and that just says it all. Like, they were 4-0 up cruising, and then they nearly threw it away.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, that was the sort of thing that used to go on all the time at Arsenal under Wenger. Like, the fag end of his time at the club. I remember us going up to Newcastle and actually demolishing them in the first half, and at the end of the game it was 4-4.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Remember that one. Was that guy that died that scored the equaliser, wasn't it? I'm trying to think of his name now. One that died for Newcastle, played for Newcastle.
I can't even remember, mate.
I can't even think of his name at the moment, but I know he's in the 4-4, wasn't it? Yeah. Just trying to think. I can't remember his name at the moment. I'm sure it comes to me, but yeah, unfortunately, he passed away, didn't he? But yeah, but this was, well, they just about held on Newcastle. You could have had Isak as well. Missed out on him. Scored 2 again. What a player, really. Striker, proper striker. But But Forest are kind of falling away. What do you make of that? They were going so well, weren't they? Forest. Good team, but they, seem to have fallen away a bit. Yeah. Isak's quality, superb. Anyway, let's move on now. Good win for them. For Newcastle though, just about held on.
Sorry about that, mate. What was you saying?
No, I was just saying. Well, Forest are sort of fallen away now. Okay, they almost come back to 4-4, but they're sort of falling away a little bit. Do you think they'll still be up there though at the end of the season, Forest?
I think they will. Whether they'll still be in the Champions League places, I'm not sure. But yeah, that was been a disappointing result for them, I'm sure. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I mean. It isn't good when you're 4-0 up and you allow a team to come back like that, though, is it?
No,
No.
definitely not.
So
Not
let's
good.
talk about this one here, the Man City Liverpool game.
Yeah, easy one for Liverpool in the end. I thought City were poor, mate. I thought they were terrible. City, really do. They've fallen off a cliff, haven't they? City, do you think?
Well, I thought they were coming back a few weeks ago, but clearly not. I don't know. I just think they really missed Rodri. It just shows you how good a player he was.
Yeah. Class, isn't he? Yeah. Quality. But yeah,
Liverpool, they strolled this, mate. I'm telling you, it wouldn't surprise me if they ended up winning the league title by about 12, 15 points. Because I think they're gonna smash Arsenal at home, and I can see Arsenal losing at least another game, other than the Liverpool away game before the end of the season, because they're just not playing well. They look awful, so it wouldn't surprise me if they won the title, like I say, by about 12 or 15 points.
Yeah, definitely. And what will they do without Salah though? Because he looks like he's off, isn't it? End of the season.
I don't know. Do you think he will?
Well, they reckon so. He's going to go to Saudi Arabia, isn't he? Is he going to Saudi?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'm not sure that will happen. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it, mate, because I just can't believe they're going to allow a player who's playing that well for them walk out the door like that. Unless, of course, he wants to go. It might be that he wants to go, and play in Saudi Arabia before he hangs his boots up.
Yeah, well, it's where all the money is, isn't it? Let's be honest. So loads of money. That's where Ivan Toney went. Ivan Toney went over there. Sorry,
your best mate.
Fucking cunt. I can't stand him,
mate. I have to say about Ivan Toney, I do think he was treated absolutely disgracefully by the FA.
He was. I've got to admit that. You're right there.
I mean, why they didn't do more to help him, I just find it shocking.
It's made an example of Warren. That's what I think.
Yeah, but how's that helping him get over the problem? Because he's obviously got some addiction or whatever to gambling. So, to isolate him like that from football, I just think it's disgusting. They should have been putting him on education programs, putting him in touch with proper support and counselling and whatnot to help him get over it, not just fucking freezing him out like that. I just think it's wrong. Absolutely wrong.
The only thing is, I don't like. He slagged us off, mate, and he slagged his own team off. They're paying his wages. You're playing for us. You don't slag us off. You don't say how shit we are, where we are, our area. That it's fucking. There's nothing. It's boring and whatever. You don't say all that shit. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. But I just think that the FA
disrespectful.
Yeah, it is disrespectful. But I just think the FA have got a lot to answer for.
So do I. I agree with that. I totally agree with you there. But what he done, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to use this as an example. Say a player of yours, like say Saka, done all that, right? He wouldn't have got all what Tony got. He wouldn't have got any of that. I bet you.
No, probably not.
Because we're a smaller club. We're not the Arsenals. We're not the Cities. We're not United. We're not Spurs. We're not whatever Chelsea. Or any of them fucking giant teams, right? But they made an example of him because we're at Brentford. He's at Brentford. He's made the example of us.
No, I know, mate. I know. I completely agree with you.
And if
I know how things work at little clubs, mate. Believe me.
Haaland wouldn't have got that for City. He wouldn't have got all that.
No.
Fucking it's disgraceful, mate. Disgraceful. But anyway, Liverpool got it won for me, and I'm sure you as well. They won it, and they Premier.
Well, mate, as far as I was concerned, it was done and dusted by Halloween.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was. It's like, well, it was done and dusted for me when Arteta joined the club. He's never going to win a Premier League title. He hasn't got the cojones for it.
No.
He hasn't got the skill set to go and win a Premier League title. He ain't never doing it. Right? So it was over when he joined the club, as far as I'm concerned. It's just not happening. He never wins anything.
No.
A lot of that is down to him. It's like God knows how many trophies he's thrown in the bin since he's been at the club. You know. So yeah, it's been over. But in terms of this season, it's been over since I'd say about Halloween. And that's shocking that he's you're like when you're having to say that your club is out of the title race. In the end of October. Because let's be honest about it, every team in the league, in that 20-team league, is in the title race at the beginning of the season. Every team, this can be their year and they can win it. Do you know what I mean? But the fact that you're out of it by the 31st of October, I'm sorry, that's shocking. But the problem is, proper Arsenal fans, ones that aren't backing this nonsense, knew that this was going to happen.
Yeah, for sure. It's a shame, isn't it? But there we go. It's that you got him. And do you think you'll even finish second or third?
No, I think it'll be either third or fourth.
Who do you think will catch you?
Playing so poorly, mate. We can't create anything. We haven't got a striker that can put the ball away. It's a mess, mate. Absolutely. I just don't know where the goals are going to come from.
Who do you think will overtake you? City again? Do you think they could overtake you? Newcastle?
I think City could if they put a bit of a run together. I think Newcastle might if they put a run together. I mean, I'm not 100% convinced that we're even going to finish in the top four.
Yeah.
If Forest turn it around, they could still finish above us. They're only 3 points behind. You know. You know, and like if you lot get your act together, do you know?
Yeah.
But I'm serious, Mr. B, because after what I saw on Friday night, particularly in that first half, I wouldn't fancy Arsenal playing at the moment. I think you'd put 2 or 3 past us.
Yeah, but well, I don't know. We still got a lot to sort out there with the goalie, especially. So
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about the end of the pitch, right? Because our attack is toothless.
Yeah, the thing is,
But the problem is you've got a goalkeeper. You've got a goalkeeper there who's likely to gift goals to the opposition.
Well, look,
not through anything they're doing, but because of him.
We were 1-0 up against you on that New Year's Day, and we still let slip of him because of Flecken.
Yeah, well, he gifted us 2 goals, mate.
Yeah. And then you get fucking wankers like fucking Havertz that score against us. I can't stand. Fucking German giraffe.
You won't be seeing him before the end of the season. I think he's done.
Yeah, good and all. Can't stand the bastard. Anyway. Can't stand but yeah. but anyway, mate, thanks for coming on again. It's about 2 hours, 6 minutes, by the way, we got up to. Yeah.
Bloody hell. Well, at least it wasn't 4 hours this time.
No, I was hoping it wouldn't go on this long, to be honest, but it has. But I put your link in there for your channel, mate. There it is. That is it, isn't it? Warren's Team Talk TV, is that it? Or
yeah, that's it. Oh, no, Warren's Team Talk. Just Warren's Team Talk. There's no TV on the end.
Sorry, mate. I'll sort it out. I'll get rid of that. No,
that's fine. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, I'll put that in there properly. But anyway, it's been a great stream. Sort of done the timer a little bit, so I'll try and use that more, implement that a lot more, the timer, when I get other people on here, of course. It's only you really on. So, although there was somebody else on earlier, but he don't come back.
Well, that'll be the big test when you get other people on there.
That's right, mate. I've enjoyed doing this. Do you want to shout your socials out, mate, and where we can find you?
Yeah. People can find me at the Warren's Team Talk YouTube channel. You can also find me on Instagram and on X with the same name. Also on Blue Sky. So that's where you can find me. Every Saturday I do a show called the Match Day Live, and that's where I look at all the scores as they come in from up and down the country, across the whole of the United Kingdom. It's a great laugh, light-hearted show where we look at what's going on in all the games in football. It's just a bit of fun, a bit of light-hearted banter, really. So if you fancy that, come and join us. It's always a good laugh. And Mr. B's a regular in the chat there.
Brilliant.
And hopefully one day soon Mr. B will be getting involved in the show as well. But we'll see.
Yeah, I was going to come on the other day, mate, but I obviously other things happened and I couldn't quite get on. But I will definitely be on. We got to go back to doing that, obviously the prediction show. Try and do that this week, maybe, if we can.
100%. No problem. I look forward to that.
The last time, apologise for the last time, mate, for that one, but I was obviously out and doing a lot of other stuff, so couldn't really do that. But we'll get back to doing that. Don't worry, that'll be cool. And thanks to everyone that has been watching. Follow me on Insta, Mr. B for Life 182, Mr. B Hive Football Chat, and Mr. B Chats England Cricket. And I know I've got one other sub, a new sub. So that was Darren. Thanks to you, mate. UK Darren fan. Thanks to all. The newbies are always welcome on here. Always love having someone new, and that was great. And of course, thanks to Eugene, Luca, Rich, and whoever else was in here. I think that was mainly it. Thanks to all those guys coming in. Brilliant. Once again, And thanks to you again, Warren. You're always welcome, buddy. You know you are.
Thanks
to you,
mate.
my friend. And obviously, until the next one, well, which will be the preview tomorrow for the Bees against Everton on Wednesday. So watch out for that one, that preview. And, of course, a cricket one, reaction. Probably to England losing yet again. Probably to Afghanistan this time.
Will you be doing a preview for the cricket?
I thought about it, but I'm not sure. I might do. Not totally sure. Why do you want to join that, mate? Do you want to join that one?
I might do, yeah. Depends what time of day it is, mate. But yeah, I'm happy to get involved in anything that you want to do, mate. Really, it's just up to you.
Well, it might
The
be
problem
tomorrow.
is my cricket knowledge ain't great, mate. As you know.
I think it's pretty good. Don't knock yourself down there, mate. Don't put yourself down. I think it's pretty good, you know.
I'm happy to come on and help you with it and talk about it, but just be mindful of the fact I'm not a walking, talking wisdom.
No, you don't have to be, mate. You don't have to be. I mean, it's good. You know a little bit. I mean, it's all those fucking terms. I mean, how do you get a short square leg and whatever, and long leg and fucking silly mid off and whatever?
It just drives me up the fucking wall, mate. Yeah. It does. It drives me up the fucking spanner. Yeah. It really does. Like that video by those guys, like that song. Was it? He's at silly mid off. He can't run. He can't bowl. He can't bat. He's at the silly mid off.
Yeah, that was brilliant, man. That was so funny. You sent me that. Oh, I loved it, man. That was funny. That was so good. But thanks again, everyone, and please check out my next streams, please, over the next 2 or 3 days. That'd be great. Thank you, and keep smashing the likes and subbing. And we are out of here. I'm out. We're gone at last.
Good night from him, and good night from me. God bless you all.